Hello, everyone, and welcome to New Swag, Please, the Blood Bowl live offshoot, where we go through any new paraphernalia and Blood Bowl gifts that we have been given or we've managed to pick up along the way. And today, I'm joined by Mr. Christopher Coe to talk about cases. Obviously, there's quite a few out there on the market and a lot of variety within those cases as well. Chris, obviously, you can probably see from the video, it's going to be really subtle what we're going to be talking about today. However, case-wise, what are you looking for in a good case?
Tricky one that. I think when I first kind of got started, I just wanted something that did the job and didn't think about it too much. But the more I've played and the more I've had to repaint models, I guess I'm now probably leaning towards something that is something that doesn't damage the models in any way. I know the models are going to be safe in there. I know they're not going to get too worn, and is pretty easy to store as well. The biggest problem I probably have is being able to store my models in their case and have that case somewhere that my wife says is acceptable. So currently it's on the top of this wardrobe behind me, as that's not really going to be seen by anyone.
Yes, I could not agree more. I am very fortunate to have my own office, which, yes, on the other side of my screen is my wife's makeup table, but what you don't see is a massive stack of gaming stuff to the side. I think we've all done the progression of, like you say, tub,
Yeah, tub with magnet. Yeah.
tub with magnet, a bigger box. Obviously, we're not here
Now,
to
would that
promote the
be
Felter one.
and that would be foam, I would assume?
It's yes, foam inside, but
Yeah.
still quite small. And they're still very reasonably priced. And then we move up to something bigger. And what we're going to be talking about today is this beautiful Coach's Playbook sent to us by the people at Hearthforge Games. Obviously, we've had some stuff from them before. Very, very impressed. Again, this has got a really nice balance between you could slide it in. It's a book. You could slide it into a bookshelf if you really wanted to and have it there.
Yeah, I
You
could
can tuck
hide
it
that
away.
on the bookshelf in the living room and my wife would not be angry with me.
Exactly. It doesn't look completely out of place, particularly if you've got a load of encyclopedias. I like the little
Yeah,
touch
that's a
at the
good
bottom
touch
there.
actually. That's a
Yeah,
nice little kind of to make it really kind of set in. I like that.
exactly. I really do like it. I like it a lot. So yes, we've been sent this by the people at Hearthforge Games. I'm a big, big fan of it. As we're talking, we'll stick some random pictures up during the stream. However, like we say, looks like a book, so it's going to slot in anywhere. It's quite small. You think it's not that much bigger than a tub. You're looking your sort of standard Tupperware tub is probably this. It's really not massive at all, and you can fit a lot in there. So I haven't got any models in here at the moment because I wanted to show you some of the clips, but I've managed to get easily a full known team plus a few star players in there very, very easily. It's so simple to do as well.
So how do the models fit in? Because I'm used to foam case that I can squeeze two teams into kind of one layer, but that really compresses the foam. And after a period of time, even with like a good varnish on them, eventually putting them in and out wears the color off, and then you've got to go and touch them up again. So there's no foam in there. So how do they fit in?
So with the stacks, with each of these, I've kept a couple of bits in here at the top for the dice, which I'll talk to later on. But all of these slide out and can be moved around. So all of them have got little clips at the side, and you can move them to whatever height you want. So obviously, with the gnomes that I put in here the other day for the pictures, it's very simple. They're small models, so you manage to get quite a lot in. But each one of these black squares, I'll show you on a smaller one, is the perfect size for either a 40mm or a 32mm model quite easily. And it is very secure because I know what you're thinking. You think the same, the foam tends to be the go-to. With this one, I'll stick my tree man in it, slide it. Sorry, my finger's getting in the way. And make sure this little button clicks down. You'll hear it.
I was hoping you were going to do a little shake, and I'm very pleased to see that little shake.
Were you kind of hoping it falls off just to see my beautiful tree man break that was painted
No,
for
I
me?
didn't want a Tesla truck style screen smashing moment. I wanted it to work.
Yes, exactly. No, but and that works on all of them. So they've got the smaller ones here. So what I've found is if you've got a bigger model, you can put them in at the sides.
So you've put gnomes in the case, so that is quite a big team, lots of models, but also 2 tree men, which are probably the 2 beefiest models in like that you can. I can't think of anything particularly beefier with more sticky out bits and all that stuff. So, do you have to kind of, when you clip them in, do you just have to be wary of the orientation of the model? I'm thinking as a lizard man coach with lots of lizard tails, probably you just need to be careful as to the orientation before you clip them in and then before you slide it. Make sense?
Yeah, you absolutely do. And to be fair, it is very model dependent. So this one, you can't see it very well with the light, apologies. Tree man goes in nicely this way and sits quite flat. But if I was to put it in on the other side, the little leaf at the back, it just pokes it out.
Right, okay.
So you just have to be a little bit aware of that. However, that's such a minor thing. And the fact is, your bigger models are normally the ones that are going to poke the foam, the twiggy bits of trees and your tails and things like that. They're the ones that are going to snap off. So this is very, very secure. But I'm a big fan of the clips. And like I say, they are on every single one. Every single model in there has got them. So you can fit all your little models in there, slide it up as small as it needs to be. So if you've got a tiny little snotling, and click it into place, and it's really, really secure. So I am a big, big fan of that. Then, as you may have seen at the top, these 2 little pots. If you have GW set of dice, fits really nicely into this with the official GW pots. Now, I don't have any, so hence why I can't show you it, because I don't actually have any GW pots myself. But if you do have them, slots in really nicely. Then we have a loose pot for dice. Now, we've got some images coming up on the screen of this. I managed to fit a full set of GW blocking dice and some spares into this. So you've got all of them that you'll need. The whole lot will fit in there and the lid will go on nicely. And it just looks really smart. It's really smart, really neat. There's no worrying about where your dice are going to go. There's no having them funking around at the bottom, as they quite
I'm
often
guessing
are.
you could put I'm thinking reroll tokens, other things like that. They could go in that bit if you then have your dice in the other bit, whichever kind of works out.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, when I did this with the photos on the screen, this was full of dice. You could put 1 set of dice in there and you could put a load of tokens in there as well if you needed to.
Oh, cool.
So it's quite easy. I filled it up with a set of GW dice and a load of spares to check the capacity. So there's more than enough if you just take 1 set of dice in there. But I really, really, really like that touch. Now, the other thing, which admittedly I didn't really notice until it came here, at the edge, you have a scatter template. And on the other side, you can clip it off, and it is one of the direction. One of the annoying direction
Does that
tabs.
come off entirely, or does that stay fixed to the book?
It does come off entirely. Now, I didn't want to squeeze the angle I had it at. It wasn't coming off easily because I didn't want to snap the book by any chance. Very, very nice. But it's nice and simple. It's nice and simple. So this is, for me, this seems like the perfect sort of thing. If you're wanting a place to hide it away where it just looks good, some great storage if you're having it more as an exhibition piece. If you're popping around to a friend's house who's already got everything, because obviously, yes, you don't have the pitch with this, but you don't need it. It's got everything you need. You've got all the stuff. Or if you're going to a tournament for the day, and then you know there's going to be people that have got pitches there, you really won't have to worry about that. Boom. Nice and simple.
So I bought 1 case ages ago with the foam. Kind of have used it. It's not particularly pretty. Like I said, can't kind of store it anywhere. It was I would say for what it is, it was kind of okay price wise. And And all I can put in there, I wouldn't put dice in there. I would probably put tokens in there. I wouldn't put dice in there. I would just put models in there. So this has got a bit more than that. How much are you paying for it?
So it's currently on pre-order with Hearthforge Games. They've been incredibly generous and sent us one a little bit early.
At time of recording being 16th of the 2nd, 2026.
And as of the 16th of December, Jesus Christ, my brain. Apologies, everyone. It's half term. My brain's already going a little bit fried. My week goes all out. 16th of February, 2026. It is £35 from Hearthforge Games. You can pop onto their website and have a look. I think for the price, that's a very, very decent price for it. You're looking at a lot of the other cases that we've got, that I've got personally. You'll be easily looking to spend sort of £15-20, and they look nothing like this. This really is something extra. It's a really
out of interest. So I genuinely have never seen this case before. Like I'm seeing it for the first time, you kind of holding it up. Just show me the spine, because what I'm thinking here is that sort of that looks really nice. That's been done really nicely. You've got I really like the HVG at the bottom. We talked about that. Now I'm not made of money, but if I was, and I have, say, 4 or 5 teams, I'm thinking you could quite easily kind of print a sticker or something and kind of to cover over the coach's playbook so that all of your teams have like their own book. Because like what you see so often is people with like this looks a lot nicer than any other case, I think. If you're not going for something smart, I know you see a lot of cases that look smart in a way that you can take it with you, say, on the bus, and people don't know you're carrying a bag of toys. That kind of seems to be like a particular style. Whereas this is kind of very much, it is what it is, which is great. And I think like I'm picturing all of your teams stored with their own kind of spine to each book next to each other, and that looking quite cool. So I'm immediately like seeing how I could kind of make this my own. It's not necessarily like you don't need to in any way, but so many people either give out stickers or collect stickers or have Bloodbowl stickers or have other stickers on their case. I've got 3 or 4 stickers on my case. Like loads of people put stickers on their case. You can still do that with this if you want to, I'm guessing.
Oh, you absolutely could. You absolutely could. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to do it. And like you say, it's something I hadn't really thought about until you say it. But if a line of these in a bookshelf, or with your own, if you could get, even if you wanted to leave it on there, it still looks really good. If you wanted to put your team name on there, it's going to look really good. And I get your point about if you say walk down the street or be on the bus, everyone's going to know about it. Passing glance, you're holding an encyclopedia.
I think you're probably putting it in a bag.
Oh yeah, you don't want to. It looks so good, you do not want to chip it. Yeah. It does. Having said that, it's going to be waterproof, so you don't need to worry about that. But yeah, you don't want to chip it. Absolutely. But no, I would strongly recommend you checking that out. If you are looking for a new case, a new storage solution, definitely worth a look. It's really, really unique. And it's just a very, very different, very, very special way of storing your models. If you've got someone who's got a birthday coming up, an anniversary, if you're having to think, oh, I don't know what Bloodbowl gift to get them, good shout. It's a really, really good shout. It's a really good shout. And so thank you very, very much, Chris. Do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, check out Hearthforge Games' website. Generally, we've done a video already about the pitches, or one of the pitches that they've got. We'll be doing an update on how our pitch is getting on some point over the next couple of months. And lots of other fun things, Stunty Toss, the Blood Brawl, some additional kind of games. So check out everything else they've got.
Very good shout. Very good shout. I am keeping an eye on a lot of that stuff. Hint, hint, Kat. My birthday's in May, so there may be a list coming from some of their stuff.
Did you hear him, Kat? Buy him Hearthforge stuff.
Exactly.
I'm gonna message her now. I'm gonna text
do
her
it.
Now.
Do it. She won't be mad, and she's not photographing a wedding and very busy at the moment anyway. So she won't be mad at you at all. But in all seriousness, yeah, check out Hearthforge Games. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of modeling equipment on there as well, and some really useful stuff. Now, thank you very much for listening to New Swag. Please, if you wanted to check out any of our other content, there is a lot of tabletop games going on and live streams going over on Twitch under Bloodbowl Live. And as always, we have the weekly podcast coming out with new dice, please. And we will see you the next time we get some new swag to talk about. Bye.